Now we solve the next example of equivalence relation. This is question number 2. Let R be a relation defined on Z, a means set of integers. Then uh, let R be a relation defined on Z like this. In this relation, we take those elements such that the first element uh, magnitude it is equal to second element's magnitude. Okay? Mean they are equal in magnitude. Then prove that this relation is an equivalence relation. Okay? So as we want to prove that it is an equivalence relation, so first of all we prove that it is reflexive relation. Okay? Let uh, not let here as we know that as we know that that magnitude of any element A, this is equal to magnitude of A. Okay? And this holds true for all A belonging to Z. Okay? So what does it imply? As magnitude of A, it is equal to magnitude of A. So we can say from here that A comma A, this is the member of R, okay, where A belongs to Z. Okay? So it implies that this relation is reflexive. Okay? Number two, symmetric. So as we want to prove that the relation is symmetric, so for that what we do, we take A comma B, this element in the relation. So as A comma B, this is the member of relation. It means that magnitude of A is equal to magnitude of B because the relation is given like this. Okay? So as a magnitude of A is equal to magnitude of B, or we can say here that the magnitude of B this is equal to magnitude of A. Okay? So it implies that A B comma A, this is also the member of R. Okay? So it implies this relation is symmetric. Okay. Number three, transitive. Now to prove that it is transitive, we first of all assume here that let A comma B, this is the member of relation, and B comma C, this is also the member of relation. Now as A comma B, this is the member of relation, it means that magnitude of A is equal to magnitude of B, and magnitude of B, this is equal to magnitude of C. So ultimately from here you can say that the magnitude of A, this is equal to magnitude of C, okay, just by combining these two. Okay. Uh, so as magnitude of A is equal to magnitude of C, so it means that A comma C, this is the member of relation. Okay. So as A comma C, this is the member of relation, it implies that this relation is transitive. Okay. Hence this relation is an equivalence relation. Okay. So this relation is an equivalence relation. Now, now we solve the next example of equivalence relation. So this is a very important question. Question is this that define a relation R on Z by. In this relation, we take those elements okay, such that 2 divides A minus B. Okay. 2 divides a minus b. Prove that this relation is an equivalence relation. Okay, so before we solve this question, what I want you first of all learn the definition of divisibility. You see that suppose if we have a number a, okay, and we divide this number by another number b, okay, and if we get an integer on this side, okay, this is what, this is an integer. If we get an integer on this side, then we say b divides a, okay? And if you do not get integer on this side, in that case it is not called that b divides a. Okay? In that case, b does not divide a. For example, if you have 6 here, when you divide 6 by 2, what do you get? You get here integer. It means that 6 is divisible by 2. If 6 is divisible by 2, but suppose you take this situation that 5 by 2, in that case on this side you do not get integer. Okay, so here in this case we say that 2 does not divide 5. So now when we say that a divide sorry, a is divisible by b, okay, uh, in that case you always get this integer on this side, or this can be expressed like this: a is equal to b into c. So if you have this equation a is equal to b into c, it means that b divides this a. Okay, it means that b divides this a, and on this side what do you have? You have one integer. Okay. So on the basis of this, we now prove that this is an equivalence relation. So first of all, we prove that it is reflexive. See, if you subtract any element from itself, so what do you get? You get here 0. Okay? And it holds true for every integer, whatever integer you take, and if you subtract that integer from itself, then the answer would be 0 in that case. Okay? So in it, this can be written as a minus a is equal to 2 times 0. Okay, because 2 times 0 is still 0. Why I am introducing here 2? Because I want to prove that 2 divides a minus a. Okay, so you see that here on this side this 2 divides a minus a. Why I'm saying like this? Because here I have integer. This is an integer, so we can say here that 2 divides a minus a. Okay, and it holds true for all a belonging to that. Okay. So it implies that a comma a, this is the member of relation. Okay. So what does it imply? It implies that this relation is reflexive. Okay. This relation is reflexive. Now, second part we see symmetric. Okay. Second part we see symmetric. That this relation is symmetric or not. Okay. So in order to prove that the relation is symmetric, what we do? We take that a comma b. This is the member of relation. Okay. So as this is the member of relation, it means that 2 divides a minus a. So you see that when a minus b, this is divisible by 2, it means that there exists some integer k. Okay. So therefore there exists an integer k such that we have this, that when we divide a minus b by 2, on this side we get this the integer k. So here we can say that a minus b, this is equal to 2k. Now here actually we want to prove that b comma a, this is in the relation. So when we can say that this element is in the relation when 2 divides b minus a. So I need here b minus a. So for that what I do, I multiply both sides by